What is up, legends? We are back in Scion, but we're gonna be talking about something global because they showed a silhouette again, spoilering another fashion character, and they said coming soon. So most likely is going to be coming soon is going to be Fashion Poison, who, as you can see, is an attacker. She is wind element, and she's an interesting unit. Now, for most people, they would be like, man, this is going to be a skip, but not so fast because her kit is kind of fun and kind of interesting. It's very simple though, so we're just gonna go in real quick and talk about it. We're not gonna spend too much time on it because obviously I don't have this character because I'm free to play over here. So if this is gonna be a spending character, just not gonna have it. All right, so this is her first special right here. It is just straight 100% damage. It pierces pretty much the same way that Chun-Li special pierces. Takes a while too. So just think about that. However, though, that little wave right there could still hit. So if something's near you and trying to run to you, they're still gonna get hit with that shock damage with her going out like that. So even though it's taking a while, they're still gonna get hit by that. This is a range normal. Pretty useful to keep her out of trouble, basically. So that's kind of good for her because she's a buffer. Even though it says that she's attacker, she's really a buffer. She's not an attacker. When I tell you what her kit is, you're gonna kind of like get it. Her passive, so here's where it gets a little bit weird. If the opposite side, which whoever you're hitting, is afflicted with something, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be her own charm, which she has. It could be fire, it could be poison, it could be bleed. If inflicted with something, she gets 20% extra crit. If she has been afflicted with something, she gets 20% extra crit damage. You might think that's weird until I get to her normal stuff. That's a passive, pretty interesting. Outfit's kind of lit too. And somebody asked last video about Vega if she's considered a female. She is considered a female. Vega does get, because I went and found a poison and fought her just to see if Vega would get the buff, and he does get the buff. So she's considered a female. So I don't know, or woman rather. So I know they is she supposed to be trans? Supposed to be that's what she's supposed to be. I don't know, but in this game she's considered a woman. So her poison kiss right here, what it essentially does, and it's a 1, which is nice. She's a 1 and a 2, which is pretty good. She gives attack to everybody, and then she attacks the other side with the poison kiss. But the interesting thing about that is when you look down here on the bottom, she gives 30% crit, which is lovely. Now, on top of that, it stacks 3 times. So that 30% crit can go to 90. You get 90% crit. You have 10 seconds to actually do this. So here's the caveat to this. It's very hard to keep stacks in this game because nobody sits long enough for that. PvP, nobody's going to sit there and watch you. If they see poison, they're automatically going to know she's trying to stack to 90% on crit. Nobody's gonna let you do that. It's very hard to do it. You also have the fact that it only lasts 10 seconds. So you have to actually get the combo going again in 10 seconds, which is the reason why this is a 1 and why she's a buffer, because she's gonna start the combo. So when you're doing one combo and you go through your second and your third, and then you're waiting to start over again, you got 10 seconds to actually get her to do that 1 again. If you manage to do it, then you get 60% crit. So everybody has 60% crit on your team, which is why I said that some people look at this and be like, this ain't worth it, it's too much work. But once you get used to it, it's actually cool. It's actually harder in China to do it because in China, you actually have to manually do more with the combo. In global, we can ride the combo easy. Like it's just easy. So and then the game is faster in global than it is in China too. So she's actually better in global. She's better suited in global. So just keep that in mind. The 2 stack. right here. This is a kind of a bomb. Basically, it's a charm bomb. So what's going to end up happening, what makes this good, is the fact that if they're bunched up, like if you have Cody, or if you have Beast Zangief over in Global, which a lot of people do have Cody and Beast Zangief, what you can do is you can drag them in with those two characters, one or the other. You don't have to have them both out there, and then you can charm bomb with her, and then she's gonna hit all of the people, and then bam, you got the charm bomb right there. The nice damage plus targets being charmed. So there's that. So the last one, which is her awakening skill, instead of getting crit damage, instead of crit doing, I actually spoiled it. Instead of getting crit percent, you now get crit damage on that. So what you essentially could do, and which was interesting, is you could weave and it would keep the stack. I don't know how they're going to do that in Global. What they'll probably do is they'll probably combine both of them into one skill and maybe lower the percent, because if you get 90% crit and 90% crit damage in one skill at the same time, dog, because what people would do over here in China is they would use one awakening. They would use one normal, and then the following round, if you can make it to it, you would use the awakening. So then you would still keep the timer going, but now you got 30% crit and 30% crit damage. And then the third round, you just pick whatever you want. Maybe you want to go with the crit damage, so then you have 30% crit and you have 60% crit damage. I don't know how it's going to work in Global, how they're going to balance that. Because all they do in Global is they just make the original awakening skill override the normal skill, which I don't think a lot of people are going to like that, because they might want their crit, their crit percent over the crit damage. But it could be the other way around. So we'll see. There needs to be an option. I hope in the future what they do, like with an update, is just give us the option to pick whether we want to do normal attack or awakening. That would be the best course of action, to just give us back what's in China. I don't see why it shouldn't be like that. I understand they want stuff to be more, more Arcadian, fast. I get it. But, give us that option back, because there's a lot of strategy behind it, like you see with this character. And there's a ton of characters like this. Akuma is like that. So I'm really interested in what they're going to do with Akuma, because you used to be able to attack weave with Akuma in between. Like I literally showed you. I showed it like probably 1,000 times by now, how you set up Akuma for big damage. All of that's going to be nerfed in Global, because you don't have any control over doing normals into the special awakening. And as you can see, I don't have the character, but she is an attacker. She's wind, and she's not a legendary character. She's just a normal fashion character. So we'll see. And she's not even a linkable fashion character on top of that. Just to let everybody know, because I know everybody's probably thinking she's not that type of character. She's just straight up just the alternate version of Poison, basically. Or you can just call her Cop Poison if you want to do that. And the last thing I want to talk about real quick before we go, it took me a few seconds. Devs, it hurts that tweet today that they actually did that with the tiers, because I am actually one of the people who have 12 summons right now, and the 13th one is obviously the magic one, and that's obviously a trap to get you to at least spend like $1 or $2 because we're not gonna make. I don't think they planned it like that though, because they probably didn't expect to lose as many people as we lost, to not be able to do the last dragon. That's a fitting thing, but I don't think that was intentional. But at the same time, if I was them, I would look at that and say everybody's going to be trapped at 12 who's not spending. We need to do something about that, which is probably the reason why they probably figured that, and the reason why we got the free character. Not so much that because people complain, because people think that they complained and they actually did that. I think they did it because of this, that they knew they were going to do this, and then what would have happened if nobody got that character because of this? That would have been crazy. So I really think that the real reason that they gave the free characters that they knew that we were gonna kind of get screwed in the end with this. So just by the pacing that we were killing the bosses, we weren't gonna make it. So that's just me. I could be wrong, but I think that that's the real reason why we got the free Ken. So it's unfortunate that they did that. I will catch you guys next video. And I will say again to the devs, whoever is making decisions, y'all need to find somebody else to make decisions. Peace.
Thank you, Legends, for getting to the end of the video. We do 3 to 4 videos every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be first in notification squad. I love everybody who stops by, and I will see you next video. Peace.